Ho ho ho! We're doing a few cocktails today, but warning, this shouldn't be tried at home without supervision. It's a very dangerous one, this. It's called antifreeze. Obviously I picked it because of the name, no history behind it at all. Important thing here is proper antifreeze is for the car. Any of the antifreezes I make here are for the tummy. Okay? So I'm going to rattle through 3 different recipes for antifreeze. So quite an array of bottles here. So I'm going to have to really rattle through these. So the first one is with dark rum, melon liqueur and a little bit of pineapple juice. So we're going to need to give it a bit of a shake. So we've got some crushed ice here. Let's lob a good few spoonfuls of crushed ice into there. Right, and then we're going to need 1 measure of dark rum. Again, I think I'm using my smaller measure here, but it's the proportions that are important. So there's 1 measure of dark rum. We're then going to need 2/3 of a measure of melon liqueur. This is Muduri. That gives it quite a green colour. And then it is the same again of pineapple juice, about 2/3 of a measure. Oh. Right, put the lid back on there because I've got so many bottles out, I'm worried about knocking one over. So give that a quick shake. And then pour it into a cocktail glass. Some say to strain these, but I tend to, because I've got the crushed ice in there, I tend to still use that and just pour it all in like that. I'll give that a lift up so you can actually see it. Grab my straw. So that's an antifreeze. That's quite, you get quite a hit of alcohol in that one. It wouldn't be up there as one of my favourites, so I've got to admit. So let's pop that down and see if we can get on with the next one. The next one is in a shot glass. I'm feeling this is going to be a bit on the grim side. So this is 1/2 measure of vodka. Obviously, no one would suggest as a bartender you should do this, but I'm just going to go straight on and carry on using the same measure. Oh, that's probably a little bit too much vodka, so what I'll do is just to make sure the balance is right, I'll do, and then 1/2 measure of creme de menthe, which will be a very minty flavour. Oh, I've just broken the cork. That's a bit of a shame. I'll push that right in. And hope I don't get too much cork in the actual drink. And pop that in. Now that probably looks more like antifreeze. Give it a little bit of a mix. That's not would be an acquired taste for me, very minty. It tastes quite similar, looks quite similar to my mouthwash. And the third version of this is, need a shaker again, pop some ice in. And what we're going to need in this one, we're going to need some orange vodka. Just try and pop these out of the way to try not to knock them over. We're going to need some orange vodka, so it's a measure of orange vodka. Again, this will probably be a bit tainted actually by the fact I've had creme de menthe in here. So it's a measure of orange vodka. It's then 1/3 of a measure of blue curacao. Oop, probably too much of that. And then 1/3 of a measure of orange juice. Put a the lid back on there. Find the lid for the shaker. Here we go. Give it a good shake. What to do say is when you're giving your cocktails a shake, especially if you've got one of the metal ones like this, shake it until if you've got ice in there, you should be shaking it until the whole thing feels really cold. And then pour this in to a cocktail glass. Obviously the blue curacao gives it that sort of bluish colour, and then the orange added onto that sort of changes it a bit closer to being a green or aquamarine. So let's try that one. For me, I'd say that's the best of them. So I'll just quickly run through those then. The very first one was a measure of dark rum with 2/3 of a measure of melon liqueur and 2/3 of a measure of pineapple juice. That's that one. The second one was in the shot glass, and that's half a measure of vodka, half a measure of creme de menthe, mouthwash. And the final one is this one, which was probably my favourite out of the three, which is a measure of orange vodka, 1/3 of a measure of blue curacao, and 1/3 of a measure of orange juice. And I'd definitely say out of the three of them, this one's the best. So there you go, 3 choices of antifreeze. Pick whichever one you like.
Nanti gue kata